Yearning is not what the media says it is. Honestly, okay, like, it is romanticized way too much, and I don't think it is portrayed how it actually should be portrayed. So, yeah. And if you're watching this, you're probably thinking, oh, who hurt this bitch? Well, I did, because now I'm in a very conflicted situation where I feel like I'm in the right place and mind to confess my feelings to this girl, but like, genuinely, I like her and respect her so much to the point where I will feel like I'm being selfish for expressing my emotions to her, because I feel like if she sees me as a very close friend that she made, then it'd be like quite like evil of me to tell her I saw her in that way, and that everything I did for her wasn't this perfect illusion of a long lasting friendship, but actually something with ulterior intentions, I guess. Which is very ironic, because it's like I'm aware that to an extent I'm being selfish by expressing these romantic feelings, but at the same time, it's kind of like when you care about someone, you subconsciously respect their boundaries, and you care too much about how they feel, even when you're dying to express your emotions and feelings. And I mean, I guess you could say like I was planning to do it, because she's like one of the shortest crushes I've had, and since I'm leaving soon, it would make sense for her to be the first person I actually gather up the courage to confess to. But no, because this feeling inside of me is getting in the way of me actually sucking it up and not overthinking things, and just getting this over with so that I can focus on other things, and um like something can finally be lifted off my chest, you know? But I can't do that, because I respect her too much as a person to destroy that, even if it's just a chance of it, to destroy that idea of hers that she's made like this close, intimate friend that she doesn't want to lose, and I'll just ruin that illusion for her. Yeah. And I guess yearning also kind of gets in the way of you pursuing the person you like as well, because it only affects me to such extents because I keep dwelling on what could have happened, and because I respect the boundaries between us, I feel like when there are opportunities that are right in front of me and I never really take them, it's like more annoying and frustrating than me just shooting my shot and kind of just rolling with it, I guess. Like, sure, I'll like miss her and stuff when I leave, but I feel like it's affecting me more because um having no chance at all feels better than missing that chance. I don't know what I'm talking about. Um but yeah. So a lot of the time, like in media and like movies and films and books and stuff, yearning is perceived as this thing where it's like, oh, like yearners are winners or something. But that's most of the time that is not true. Like the root of the yearning is because you can't get what you want, right? Like the saying like a man who yearns is a man who earns or whatever. That's just not true, because if a man earned what they were pursuing, they would not be yearning to such an extent that everyone else is dreaming about, okay? Like, you have to be realistic to a certain extent. This is like a scale of balance, right? Like, if your yearning, like, is like this high, your earning is like this low, right? Like, you cannot be yearning and also earning, okay? I'm sorry, but that's just not really how yearning works. Also, this is why I'm a bit skeptical of this illusion that like I'm not saying heterosexual couples cannot yearn in the same way, in the same like intense way, but like this thing where it's like people saying that the Notebook is the ultimate yearning kind of portray like display. Like no, it isn't, because even like you have the chance to even be romantically involved with that person. That's not that's already where I draw the line. Like that is not real yearning. And yes, maybe I'm projecting and I'm just talking nonsense at this point, but that is not yearning. I'm sorry. If a guy likes a girl, that's just a guy who likes a girl. The guy is not yearning for her because to an extent he can easily get her. There are steps. Okay, now I'm actually projecting. But there are steps to which he can take to, you know, get her, or even get her to see him as a potential partner. Okay, I personally, as someone who isn't attracted to men, I am not even like in that equation yet. Okay, like I could yearn for somebody who there is a super slim chance that they even ponder for 1 second on the thought that I could be romantically involved with them. Okay, so yeah, you guys need to stop. You guys need to stop. Okay, when I search up yearning playlist, I don't want to see Notebook on the cover of the playlist. I don't want to see that shit. Okay, guys, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, and I don't want to see some freaking cover that's like a pretty ass blonde girl and a handsome Chad dude like under the rain. No, no, that's not what I mean by yearning. Okay, that is not what I mean by yearning. I want to be able to feel like like that, like represented to an extent. Okay, like it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's just not what yearning is. You guys are confusing yearning with just simply liking or finding someone attractive. Okay, that is not yearning because there's nothing to yearn for, right? You have it. Sometimes, like most of the time, I mean, yearning leads to nowhere. Okay, you yearn and then you get nothing. The yearning ends with nothing, and that's how it actually is in real life. Okay, so I'm sick and tired of y'all people saying some shit like, oh, the yearning in his eyes is crazy, bro. That is not yearning. He's not yearning. He's just attracted. He's just attracted to an attractive being, right? There's nothing to yearn for. He's already earned it. That's not yearning. And yes, I am projecting once again, but it just makes me mad because in these situations where I'm literally like, I want to find some kind of relatable media to represent how I feel, and then there's all these like how like, oh, yearning in media, but it's just a guy who likes someone, or like even like for like not just heterosexual people, but like in relationships, like people who are already in relationships talking about some yearning to be held. Bitch, you're already there. Like this is the goal and you're here. Okay, just take one step forward. You're already there. Like I'm as a yearner, I'm not feeling represented, right? I'm feeling a lack of representation for my kind. Okay, on a serious note though, don't take what I say too seriously. I'm just projecting.